Hello students, today we will talk about nucleic acids as genetic material. Richard Altman, a German pathologist, coined the term nucleic acid for the first time in 1889. There are two types of nucleic acids: DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, and RNA, ribonucleic acids. I will tell you some facts about nucleic acids. All living organisms have nucleic acids. Nucleic acids are macromolecules, means they have high molecular weight. They are biologically important. Nucleic acids have all the information needed for an organism cell structure, function, development, and reproduction. Chromosomes consist of nucleoproteins, means nucleic acid plus proteins. But experiments proved that nucleic acids and not the proteins contain the genetic information. DNA functions as genetic material. It can be proved by following experiments. First, we will discuss about bacterial transformation experiment. This experiment was conducted on pneumonia-causing bacteria, Diplococcus pneumoniae, by Frederick Griffith in 1928. These bacteria caused pneumonia in mice. There are two strains of bacteria, type 1st and type 2nd. Type 1st are smooth bacteria which have a smooth capsule of polysaccharides. It is virulent, means pathogenic. The capsule allows bacteria to escape destruction by enzymes of the host. Type 2nd bacteria is a rough bacteria which lacks protective capsule and is non-pathogenic. Absence of polysaccharide coat enables the host animal to kill the bacteria by its enzymes. Griffith discovered that when heat killed dead culture of pathogenic strain, means S3rd, together with living non-pathogenic strain R2nd, were injected into mice simultaneously, the mice died of pneumonia infection. Living pathogenic S3rd bacteria were recovered from dead mice. Some factor of dead S3rd bacteria transformed the live R2nd bacteria into S3rd type so that they could make polysaccharide capsule and became pathogenic. This is called transformation. These experiments proved that non-pathogenic strain of bacteria, means R2nd, when mixed with heat-killed pathogenic bacteria, means heat-killed S3rd bacteria, were transformed into pathogenic bacteria. This transformation represents genetic change. Heat killing of bacteria leaves their genetic component undamaged. The genetic components pass through the cell wall of living recipient bacteria and undergo genetic recombination with the recipient bacteria's genetic material. Experiment conducted by Frederick Griffith is represented in this picture. After Griffith experiment in 1944, O.T. Avery, C.M. MacLeod and McCarthy repeated the same experiment. They found that virulence in pneumococcus bacteria depends on a polysaccharide capsule, which is present in virulent strain S3rd and is absent in non-virulent strain R2nd. DNA of pathogenic smooth strain has entered the cell of non-pathogenic strain and transformed it into pathogenic smooth strain. A few cells of S3rd type could be isolated from the mixture. Therefore, DNA has capability of transformation. This proved that DNA is the genetic material and not the protein. Both of these experiments are comparatively represented in this slide, which conclusively proved that DNA is the genetic material of the bacteria. When DNA extract of capsulated strain of pneumococcus bacteria was treated with DNase enzyme, an enzyme which destroys DNA, transforming ability was lost. It was seen by Avery et al. In 1944. And when extract of S strain was treated with protease enzyme, which is an enzyme destroying protein, then it did not affect the transforming ability of bacteria, thus indicated that DNA and not the protein is the genetic material. This experiment is represented in this flowchart. The fact that DNA is the genetic material could also be demonstrated with the help of infecting bacteria, E. coli bacteria, by bacteriophage known as T2 bacteriophage. This phage consists of protein and DNA. This is the structure of T2 bacteriophage. It consists of a head and a tail. The head consists of protein coat and DNA. The tail similarly consists of tail core, tail sheath, and tail fibers. The phage attaches to the host bacterium with the help of tail fibers. After infecting, multiplication of phage occurs and a large number of progeny phages genetically similar to the infecting phage are produced. Hershey and Chase, using radioactive phosphorus and radioactive sulfur, gave evidence in favor of DNA as a genetic material. They labeled protein component of the phage with radioactive sulfur in one series of experiments and DNA component with radioactive phosphorus in another series of experiments. They infected bacteria with labeled T2 virus particles. They found that radioactive sulfur remained outside the bacterial cell in the protein coat, while radioactive phosphorus entered the bacterial cell. Within a very short period, about 20 to 25 minutes after initial infection, the host cell bursts and releases about 100 to 150 new bacteriophages, some of which contain radioactive phosphorus in their chromosome, but none of which contain radioactive sulfur in their protein coats. This indicates that invading viral DNA acts as a genetic material which guides the synthesis of both protein coat and DNA for the formation of new bacteriophage particles. This proves that DNA is the genetic material, not the protein coat. Experiment of Hershey and Chase is represented in this slide. For more description, you can go through these books.